Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Ella. Today I'm going to teach you how to do pressed flower art inside these 5x7 frames. What you are going to need today for your supplies is a small little cup of Mod Podge, and you can just pour it from like one of those big containers, or you can buy some of those little Mod Podge bottles from like your Dollar Tree store or Dollar General store. Some of them have it. You're going to need some tweezers. You're going to need maybe a couple different sizes of brushes. I have one really small brush and one a little bit bigger. And then of course you're going to need some water because this Mod Podge acts like glue. And you do not want to have glue stuck onto your paint brushes. So you'll want to make sure you rinse those out. And then obviously you're going to have some pressed flowers. You may only need to use like one of these, like this size, for the 5x7 frames. I printed out a nice little butterfly. It should fit within my 5x7 frame. I got inspiration from Pinterest. There are some line art, simple line art or simple clip art out there off of Pinterest, and you can just size it into like a software program. I have like a variety of different shapes and sizes. I've already taught this class. You could do letters of the alphabet. You could do paw prints, birds, rainbows, butterflies, heart shapes, bees, dragonflies. It's an endless amount of what you could possibly do. And then also you're going to want one of these 5x7 frames. It's a dual pane. It's chained. I do have Amazon affiliate links below in this video for the pressed flowers for these 5x7 frames. The affiliate link I have is for a 12-pack where 6 of them come horizontal and 6 of them come vertical. And the fun thing is they have like a little latch on them so you can lock it. And the flowers will not stay just by themselves in the frame. This is why we're going to use some Mod Podge to kind of help out with this. Anyways, let's get started with this. What you're going to want to do is take your 5x7 template and put it underneath one of the panes. And then you're going to want to open it up. Also, I should show you, like, here's a finished piece of a pressed art frame. It's actually the letter B, and I don't know if you can tell, that's what it is. And this is what it looks like on the back side. I did add a little butterfly with it, because a lot of these pressed flowers do come with butterflies. But it's a very heavy-duty chain, so you might want to get like a heavy-duty suction cup if you decide to put it up on a window, or just make sure it has a heaviness to it. But they're pretty simple. And the Mod Podge dries clear. It looks like it's white, but it'll dry clear. And you can make it around the shapes of the item too. Okay, it looks like we're back. All right, so you're gonna lay your artwork down underneath the opened up double frame. Have it to where the chain's on the back side. I don't know if it matters which side it is. Just be careful if you decide to do any alphabet letters that you have it the correct direction, or your letter is going to be backwards. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to open up our pressed flowers. It might get a little messy. And they are very, very fragile. So you need to be very careful with them. And what we're going to do is we're just going to lay them out at first to see how we want them to look. We're not going to press them down right away. We're just going to feel out. Take some of the larger pieces, like some of these little background pieces. See how it fills it in pretty good. These little ferns. You can do them whichever way. And you see how brittle they are. They break off so easy. This is probably why I should use tweezers for these. You can also use scissors to help keep it within the shape that you want to do. But right now we're just going through and we're just doing a little bit of the layout of covering up the shape. And then we still stay within our little perimeter. See how it kind of stays within it. Some of it is just experimentation, trying to see where it fits. They're very fragile. Okay, now we have everything in place. And you would think, oh yeah, I can just close it up and it would be all set. But the flowers do not hold completely in place. And there is a latch on this. It does look like they'd stay, but to be safe, we're going to Mod Podge. We're going to add some, just a tiny bit of Mod Podge on the back of these. So, get this back in place to how I had it. And sometimes you might even want to take a picture of how you have this laid out with your phone, so you remember exactly where you put everything. But it doesn't take very much Mod Podge to hold things into place. We're just going to lift up one of the main pieces here and just add a little dab on the back of it. And some of these you can just dab a little bit, keep them in place, then they won't move around. Maybe. Kind of like surgery a little bit with some of these. And then when you do paint it, if you do paint anything with this Mod Podge, you want to paint away, like brush outwards. on items. And you got to be very, very gentle. Otherwise, these flowers will fall apart. And it is a little tricky when you have things layered. You're going to want to hold down the bigger pieces. Just add a little bit to hold them in place. I'm just dabbing a little bit on it, and it'll dry fairly quick. That's the great thing about Mod Podge. It dries within about 20 to 30 minutes. You see that little dot we had right there for the flower? You don't necessarily have to put it on top of the flower necessarily. I mean, unless it was like flopping around, and then you would paint on the petals, like you would just paint outwards, just very gently on the petals. And I'm using the smaller brush when I do this. And paint on the petals, just brush it outwards as you hold it down. It doesn't take very much. Anyways, you're going to have to go through each one of these and kind of lift it up and put a little bit of that Mod Podge glue on it. So I'll do another fast forward and we'll see where we get, okay? All right, one last touch. I added a little bit of a butterfly on top of the butterfly. Some of this still might be a little bit wet. If it still shows a little bit of white, it's not a problem. It'll eventually dry. But anyways, here we are, all complete. This probably might even take less than an hour to do. And if it takes a little bit longer, don't worry about it. But on this frame, it has a nice little lock latch. You got everything in its spot. Should lock and latch. Here we go. I don't know how well that's showing up. It might show a glare with the light. But I think it turned out really, really good. Here we are. Does it look like a butterfly? Hopefully it does. Very nice and colorful. Makes a great Mother's Day gift, or just a nice little thing to make for a birthday, or just for yourself to add some color to your house, especially this time of year. All right. Thanks a lot for crafting with me this afternoon, and look forward to making more. Have a good day.